moçada. Retornando com Call of Juarez, Gunslinger.
One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob 2 banks at the same time. 2 banks on the same damn street. Story was Bob Dalton's girl was always writing him about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeyville just to shut her up.
Right. It's always the woman's fault.
Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property. Their first mistake was pulling a job in their own damn hometown. The boys grew up in Coffeyville, so everybody knew them. The bank teller tricked them, telling them the time lock on the safe wouldn't open till 9:30. Well, that gave the locals enough time to prepare an ambush for those sons of bitches.
Vai ver só.
Hey, we got us a hero. Put some holes in him!
Entendi, sempre que quebrar a porta ele vai entrar dessa maneira aí, né? Aí agora. Eu já entrei, meu. Ele vai abrir outra porta, é isso?
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently. First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months, and now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. This man had no intention of letting the Daltons slip away. They met an adversary that day who had no fear and offered them no quarter. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. You just gotta wait till something gets out.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. He went in there alone to confront those criminals. One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank.
Tá vendo por trás do banco? Ah, é bem isso mesmo
Then
que
he
eu tinha
figured
entendido.
out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting. From above. Fortunately, a water tower was right there. A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did. It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
Olha a merda. Ah, aqui.
We've got company.
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free. Like Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett, who died defending the Alamo.
Is that Silas Greaves? Son of a bitch! Did that asshole just kill me? You ain't stopping me! I ain't backing down! Had enough? Over
Nossa,
there!
ele vai arrebentar.
That's Silas Greaves! What the hell?
Blam! Blam! He came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons.
Fazer com as duas?
His name? Silas Greaves. And when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
Vai contar de novo? Ele já tinha contado. Ó, agora de
It
novo.
was early evening, not high noon. I was late to the party and Coffeyville was already up in arms. The Daltons blew up a safe and were all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
O líder, o amante, o perdedor. Os irmãos Dalton.
I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeyville. Oh, now what?
Também funciona, né? Pronto. Pronto, também funciona, né, cara? Vamos assim. É, pra vir no banco.
Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions.
Essa parte ali é
I
massa.
caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons, and they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons, which wasn't any surprise, because those 2 families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeeville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Assim, irmão, tá vendo?
Can't hide forever. This man cannot fail.
Não olha. Nada aqui.
Over there. I ain't backing down.
Porra!
That's it.
Causa mais danos durante a concentração. Basta se concentrar para causar mais danos. Todos os seus disparos durante a concentração causam 50% mais danos. Oh, que interessante, hein? Eu não tenho usado a concentração, né, macho? Vamos começar a usar nos chefes. É? Ah, tá, porque eles saíram pelos fundos.
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least 2 of them to escape. The third brother stayed behind to plan me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
Vai ficar rolando indefinidamente, não? Parou? Bota a cara aí que vocês vão sair aí. Tô sabendo que vocês vão sair aí. Não vão? É aqui ou não é aqui? Olha aqui.
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Reeves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. And I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
You are dead, law dog.
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeeville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
Agora eu fiz bem, hein, em ter aumentado o dano da percepção ali.
That boy had grit.
Os irmãos Dalton. Os irmãos Dalton. Porra, aumentei ali o dano da percepção na hora certa, hein. Na verdade, a gente ter lá descido a bala nele com os revólveres desde o começo, ao invés da espingarda que tinha aumentado o dano do revólver.
We'll get those suckers.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track them to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
sai fora, sai fora, sai fora. É, vamos garantir.
It was
Né?
early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell.
Ó, pano vermelho.
It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks.
Legal, legal. Ambientação do jogo bem legal mesmo, cara. Por ali, ó.
It was autumn.
Vermelhinho.
Maple trees were in full color. Red as
Isso.
blood.
Tá vendo coisa aí?
The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Ou seja, eu não vou ter um indicador de missão, mas daí esse negócio vermelho aí me guia. Entenderam, né? Acho que é por aqui.
Bury 'em and put 'em where they stand!
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm. So I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
You maniac!
Essa jogada com a espingarda aí é muito legal. Pô. É ali. As moscas, as moscas. Para de ter segredo, né? Mas não tem. Ué. Tô de volta onde eu tinha ido? Aparentemente sim, né? Ah, aqui eu voltei, pô. Ah, não, calma. Calma, 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 que eu fiz coisa errada. Ó, vem. Vem. Ah tá, quer ver aqui, ó.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet. But I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
You'll have to do everything! I really live a son of a bitch!
Ah, e daí, rapaz?
The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
É a arma que eu acabei de passar em cima. Aqui. Ah. Acho que é aquela pequenininha, ridícula. Cadê vocês? Pô, que chato. O negócio. Foi pra conta. Não, esqueci de mais tiros.
And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen. Point being, I was under serious attack.
Tem dinamite.
Bury him in the swamp. Somebody kill that son-bitch!
O corredor também pega. Tiro na cabeça, tiro na cabeça. Assim a gente vai. Assim a gente vai. Tiro na cabeça e tiro na cabeça.
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view. But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve?
Tá dormindo no meio
So I
do...
just started walking, and pretty soon I...
Oh,
Tá dormindo no meio da minha história, pô. Acorda aí.
oh,
Opa, 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 opa. Eu vou esperar.
Steve? Steve!
huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Indians? They were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
Dinamite, coisa linda, vezes 5. Fazendo pontinho, né? De pontinho em pontinho. Olha a madeira voando aqui, o bug. Pra lá, né? Pra carroça.
Bounty hunter! Stop that son of a bitch!
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet, but I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what. But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Time for you to go. This is gonna hurt. Damn you! Bury him in the swamp.
Cara do outro lado, não.
God damn you! Die, you damn hunter!
É.
You can't get me. Can you shoot around corners? Now you're in trouble. Shoot, I dare you.
Estou vozes, cadê tu?
Oh, so you're hiding too now.
Tá atirando de onde? cara atirando em mim de algum lugar que eu não consigo nem ver. Ô, cara, onde é que você acha? Morri.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
Vamos lá que eu me perdi. Tem a seta aqui, ó. Ah, madeira. Ponto de controle.
And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps?
Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high, and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Ó, cara, que ódio quando ele tira a porra da mira. Ele tá... Ai, daí. Ai, daí. Viu? Parou palhaçada. Parou palhaçada. Parou palhaçada, né? Ah, vai atirar no outro, rapaz. Vai atirar no outro, rapaz. É, legal essas coisas. Cadê vocês? Vocês estão conseguindo ver que eu não consigo ver? Era tu? Era tu, né? Tava enchendo o saco.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
That's right. Run! Assholes who can't shoot!
Aumenta a barra de concentração. Concentre-se ainda mais. Sua concentração dura 50% a mais. Ih, isso aí mesmo. Isso, eu acho que queda de dinamite. Veja se os inimigos carregam alguma surpresa explosiva nos bolsos. Ele ainda está em chance de encontrar a panela de dinamite. Tá, beleza. Isso aqui. Dano extra durante os combos. Seja mais mortal na sequência de assinatos a partir do 4º nível de combo. Ele estava se mexendo no chão. Eu acho que é ali dentro, mas né? Vamos. Aquela espiada, né? Vou tirar dessa vez, não tem gente de mim! Tem pro lado errado. Desgraçado. Desgraçado.
Just kill Red?
Eu devia pular, né, agora. Descer um negócio desse tamanho aqui. Aquelas piadinhas marotantes, né? Vai ter um segredo ali, né? Irmãos Dalton. É, amigo.
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit. Turned out that they had me.
Take him out! I'm sending you
traidor.
to hell!
Viver no inferno aqui, rapaz.
The Daltons had played me like a fiddle. Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Oh, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're
Well,
talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway...
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
Oh, God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. I was coughing up smoke and pretty damn pissed. I was done playing games with those boys. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Onde, pô? É esse negócio que eu digo, o cara não enxerga onde é que os caras estão, irmão.
Bob and Grad weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together. Two brothers side by side, determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Putz, agora mesmo caiu a casa. 2 anos pra passar isso aqui agora. Não, os caras agora se superaram, né, cara? Agora se superaram. Olha, ver esse tipo de coisa, né, irmão? Isso aqui tinha que ser uma coisinha, como eu falei, tinha que ser uma coisinha bacaninha, fácil de fazer, né? Só pra encher linguiça, não podia ter essa dificuldade que tem ridículo aqui. Como é que eu vou atirar nos dois, cara? Nunca vou conseguir atirar nos dois. Nunca. Isso aqui, pô, já tá decidido. É nunca. Tivesse como eu atirar numa coisa que explodisse ali, pelo menos. Que pariu. Não, cara, isso aqui, esse sistema dos caras aqui do duelo aqui, eu vou falar pra vocês, é o que caga o jogo. Pô, puta jogo legal pra caramba e os caras botaram essa merda aqui, ó. quinze vezes pra conseguir matar o cara. Vamos 30 vezes. Até o negócio parar de avacalhar. Não faz direitinho já na primeira, né, cara? Vai ser 30 vezes até o negócio fechar bem no boneco. Esse aqui não é eu não, gente. É o próprio jogo que cada vez que tu repete, ele dá mais uma colher de chá. Pelo menos isso, né? Morreu os 3. Tá, vamos de agora. Já tem chance.
Two brothers side by side, determined to take me
Agora ele vai
down.
aproximar mais um pouquinho.
Confident
Vai te
that
dar mais
this
uma
time
chance.
the odds were on their side.
Fecha mais um pouquinho. De novo? Porra, que saco, hein? Que saco. Porra, joguinho.
They got it wrong.
Porra.
A sad end for those two.
Vocês viram que agora ele me
If
deu a
they'd
chance, né?
only
Ele
known that
demorou pra
Emmett was
caramba pros
still
caras
alive
tirarem.
despite his wounds. Paroled
isso
14
aí eu
years
sabia.
later, he moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
Isso aí eu sou obrigado a tirar o chapéu, que ele vai diminuindo a dificuldade até o cara passar. Pelo menos isso. Porque, pô, cara, é um negócio muito chato aquilo ali, não é legal. A mira toda capenga, aí o negócio, a mira
My
vermelha que
own
tem que
brothers
atirar
died
não vem.
tragically as well, truth be told.
O Wild Bong, sabe o que é isso?
It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us. It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me, until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch.
O nada espetacular roubo ao trem. Liderado por Bud Cassidy e Silas Kid, desbloqueie manejo duplo para poder usar uma arma em cada mão.
I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy, they were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Were you a part of that giant Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that would have slowed me down. Besides, I wanted Bryant all to myself. I'd heard about a large shipment of gold being transported to Wilcox, Wyoming on the Overland Flyer. I figured the Wild Bunch would likely hit such a treasure, and by God, I figured right.
Ter tiroteio pra tudo quanto é lado.
They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop. Well, I assumed the wild bunch was likely in the still intact part of the train high above. So I had no choice but to make my way up through the passenger cars dangling down. I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
Legal, legal. Pô, os caras... Jogo legal pra caramba, velho. Legal pra caralho, pá. Os caras conseguiram, né, pô.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge.
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them. From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route.
Opa, tem outra espingarda diferente ali? Cano cerrado. Eu não sabia disso. Ah tá, fica um disparo maior, será? Não, prefiro essa aqui de mais... Teoricamente essa aqui é mais longa distância, né? Mais longa distância é ótimo. É de mais distância. O cavalo bonito, hein? Bonito, hein, cavalo?
But first, I would need to get my ass out of there.
Bonito, hein, cavalo? Dinamitezinha, dinamitezinha. Claro. Aquele revólver ali é muito ruim. Olha a merda.
I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados.
Eu podia jogar um pouquinho com essa aqui, quer ver? Cadê? Com essa aqui. Botar essa garrucha aqui só pra rir.
Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
Só pra rir, só pra rir.
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
Volta, né? Volta pra essa aqui agora que eu acho que o negócio aqui vai ficar sério. Essa cara. Ainda tá, nem cair esse boneco. E agora? Por cima, por baixo. Algo que explode aí, faz alguma coisa. Ah, aqui.
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death.
Olha o tamanho da merda.
Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway.
Já dá pra tirar nesse cadeado aí.
So I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could.
Não, 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 não. Eu até poderia, mas não quero não. Não, tá, calma aí, não entendi. Eu tô indo pro outro lado, é isso? Não, eu vim do lado de cá, né? Acho que eu vim aqui, tá? Ah, tá, tem um caminho aqui.
Times it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back.
Quer dizer, não tinha explodido, eu até me assustei. Pensei que era um segredo. Ah não, tá o galho aqui, né?
I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a
You
hand.
mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
Os caras se metendo na história. Grande grupo versus bando selvagem.
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my lonesome, as usual.
Greaves? Who the hell is that? Take cover! Retreat! Retreat! He's killing everybody! He'll kill us all! I'm gonna catch you with too!
My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they?
Hora de acabar isso aí.
Only a few stragglers were
parte
left.
legal.
I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail. Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nose Curry.
Who was he?
The fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean.
Pode de novo.
And Kid Curry. And maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that.
Vocês viram que a bola volta...
On that very same day,
Olha,
Butch
acertei.
Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America. They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that.
Deixa eu colocar aqui habilidades. Vamos ver que habilidade que eu tenho aí que eu posso colocar. Recarregamento rápido do rifle. Recarregue seu rifle no piscar de olhos e inserir a munição pela parte de baixo do rifle. Diminui 50% o tempo de carregamento. Olha, interessante isso aqui. Mas calma aí, vamos ver aqui o que eu tenho. Fragmentação da espingarda, eu não tenho usado a espingarda, eu tenho usado o rifle. Combos maiores durante a concentração, ou seja, ainda mais eficiente ao se concentrar da concentração. O multiplicador de combo sobe 2 níveis de vez e um para cada. Olha, isso aqui é interessante, hein? Vai me dar mais pontos. Vai me dar mais pontos, entenderam? Tem que fazer mais pontos durante o negócio. Mas então é isso aí, galera. Obrigado por terem curtido Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Lembrando que a gente vai continuar jogando. O jogo tá bem legal mesmo, eu tô curtindo bastante, tá? Obrigado, não deixe de deixar aquele like. Um abraço a todo mundo. Fui!